Okay, from 3 sharp, we will start today's one. Today's one titled Spiritual Reading of Messiah's Space Conference. So today we are talking about space. Not as usual. Usually we talk about mind and how to control your mindset or the faith or God, Buddha, or whatever. But today we'd like to talk about space being and the future of the earth. So please listen carefully. Okay. And please prepare the true words spoken by Buddha. First we will recite it and then start it. Okay. So and then even if you are first person, please read it through. Then you can feel something divine and warm because those words has a very strong spiritual power. Okay. So anyway. All right. So now let's begin the Sunday spiritual seminar. Then to start with, as usual, we will recite true words spoken by Buddha out loud together. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Okawa. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and the Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevails on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appeared 7 colors of rainbow, arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddhaland. Buddhaland is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom, the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls rest in peace. Dear souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you are the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of life. Each of you sails down as a small boat. So you need a boatman. If it are not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock. And you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to punch in the stream. Then you can change your course. The true words mean the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and the Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now here listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your paths have already gone by. Yes, your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand the other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both the children of Buddha and the brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other. And it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed. The light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching the rising sun. It will shed light to the future to invite sad people to Buddha. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world. Utopia shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believe in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas, believing that light has reality, believing that love has reality, believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Okay, thank you very much. And for the first timer, already 20 or something, okay, people that joined. Okay, thank you. And here we have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people. And then now I'm talking about like what's happy science to confirm. Okay, so because some of you maybe first time to join this one. Today we are talking about the space beings and also what is the earth, like that very big thing. But usually we are talking about the mind, faith, love, courage, those things, and how to control your mind and practice meditation, prayer, those things. And then because the founder is Master Ryuho Okawa. Yeah, he's Japanese also. Okay, Master Ryuho Okawa is the founder who already published over 2,900 titles books so far, and have 164 countries. Then he already have 11 million followers because we don't insist that we are only one or we are number one or something like that. We already told we humankind worship same God in different ways. Whatever you call God, Buddha, Allah, that is the same. Okay, and then there is a big massive tree that is called the cosmic tree. Then those like religions are like branches, like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, like that. But sometimes bad thing is the disciples of those religions like my God is better than yours, like that, and then try to cut off other branches and have conflicts between them. But all religion come from same source, that we are very spiritual being. Regarding enlightenment of Shakyamuni Buddha is here. If we can recognize I am a spirit, I am a part of God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you call, the supreme being, I am part of it. And also we are connected to each other spiritually. That is the enlightenment. To do so, many religions, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, provide you the good clues and hints to solve many problems. So we need to be very humble in front of the truth. We are spirits. We are connected to each other. We are parts of God or Buddha. So spiritually. And then to be closer to God or Buddha, we have been reincarnated so far. So that is our idea. Taught by Master Ryuho Okawa himself. So then he already published over 2,900 titles and then got Guinness record who published the books most in the history. And also, not only that, he already made more than 3,500 lectures so far for 30 years. Then also got Guinness record who preached the most in the history. But anyway, today we are talking about the space and the spiritual reading of the Measures Space Conference. Master Okawa had a dream in the early morning, 18th January. And then one of his brother souls, Rient Arl Croud, that is like ancient the South America, part of South America, near the Pearl. He was born as king. And then talking about the space and the space people. Oh, that's the existence. That was already 4,300 years ago. Then, but anyway, please listen to that. So, and then I already separated this space reading 5 parts, and then including the very important prediction for the humankind. So please watch it, and then let's learn together. So first of all, Master Okawa giving this lecture. So let's dedicate our sincere gratitude to the Lord.
まあそういう形通り語れないような
He's a Master Okawa.
大宇宙の日本を彼は知ることに自分が法であるということを知った。仏法をそうと言うけども、ブッダとは何かというのは法である。ブッダは法である。ブッダは見るものは法を見る。法を見るものはブッダを見ると言われている。だからブッダそのものを捕まえて、ネクタイを打ったものをブッダと呼んでもダメで、ブッダの法を見れば、そのブッダの法が実はブッダそのものなんだ。法を見るものはブッダを見る。ブッダを見るものは法を見る。ということで、ブッダの法からブッダとは何かを知らなければならない。ですから、あなた方にとく本物の信仰とは何かというと、すべての宇宙の秘密まで迫りつつ、皆さん方現在、今ある理由、そして今どこにいるのかということを知らしめるところまで行く教えです。で、それを解けるのは人しかいません。それをエルカンタレというので今読んでいます。そのただ一人しか解けないエルカンタレの方、エルカンタレとエルカンタレの方と、エルカンタレの方をまっとうにご一していこうとしている集団、そんなに対する消える心をお持ちください。それは消えしない限り学ぶことができないものなんです。このような学校で全く教えてくれないんです。このような学者は教えてくれないんです。他の宗教で学ぶことができないんです。ましてやテクノロジーの進化によってそれが解明されることがありえないんです。絶対ないんです。限界があるんです。この世の利便性を増すことはできる。その宇宙の日本までは絶対に届かない。これは信仰のみによって知ることができるものなんです。
Very much. Okay, so you may wondering who is Lord El Cantare? That is a keyword for us for happy science. Okay, so if you look at this prayer book, Prayer to the Lord, it says, Lord El Cantare, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. Means, whatever you call God, Buddha, Allah, Vishnu, anything, that is named by humankind, God, Buddha, Allah. But his means like a supreme God in the universe, creator. His real name revealed by Master Ryuho Okawa. His real name is El Cantare. El, you can know in the Old Testament, El or Elohim. Okay, so El means the light, and the Cantare is this earth. So, and then the God of the earth. That is his spiritual name. That is same as the big tree of the universe. Big tree of the universe. That is cosmic tree. As I told you, that every branches, every religion comes from this source. So we call it El Cantare. That's why if you can understand this simple fact, everything comes from one source, then you can understand what is the truth and you can feel it. And then also we can make all religious people reconcile and understand each other. Our real aim is here to make this world peaceful and then reconcile religious people each other. That is our aim. That's why, and please learn a lot. Okay, so you can have real perspective of this universe through his teachings. Today's one is one of them. Then the real problem of this modern world is like materialism, atheism increase day by day. The theme and the Messiah Space Conference, that is a dream, but actually that was held in somewhere in the space universe. So the theme was on what will happen to Earth in the future. I mean prediction. So and based on the reality, he will be talking about it. Okay, please listen to it. And this is the first part. Okay, I already told you, I separated this today's one, 5 parts. This is first one, just 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, please listen to it.
はい、では、判断であります。2022年1月18日の朝、最後に2回目が読み、鮮明で、意味のあるもののように思いましたので、この上の霊的説明ができる方があればお願いしたいと思います。どんな映画かということですが、私は宇宙にいました。で、宇宙ですが、星の上というか、そうした地上ではなかったと思います。宇宙空間の中にいたと思います。宇宙空間の中なんですけども、東京ドームの会場がありまして、そこは、星とか、暗闇とかいろんなものがバックに向いてるんですけど、東京ドームみたいな球場が宇宙空間の中にあって、そこで私は講演していました。宇宙人の方と思いますが、数多く聞いていたように思います。どなたならこの解説ができましょうか。どなたならこの解説ができましょうか。リエント・アール・クラウド。
りがとうございます。
はい。実際にやってたことですね。
実際に宇宙の、
宇宙会議やってた。
宇宙会議、講演会じゃなくて。
いや、講演会はですが、エルカンターレのお考えを話してみんなに聞いていただいて、地球に来ているような、宇宙から来ている人たちを集めた話をして、彼らの質問に答えていただきます。
どの辺の宇宙とかってあるんですかね。
あなた方のところにもすでに登場している何百種類も宇宙に来ていると思いますけ
ど。どういう星に近い場所とか。
そうですね、宇宙空間としては、木星に近いあたりだったんじゃないでしょうね。
なんか先生の感じだと、どっかの星にあるドームっていうよりは、なんかドーム自体がこう浮いてる感じだったんです。
いろいろありますよ。みんなそれは宇宙船からやってきて聞いてるんでしょうから、それは集まりやすい。そのものは、地上にいるあなた方には分かりにくいけども、宇宙にそういう劇場みたいなのを作り出すぐらいの技術があるんですよ。
やるときにだけ作り出す。
そう。
どのくらいの人が集まってたんですか。
東京ドームと言っている以上、数万の人いたんだと思いますけどね。
東京ドームよりは大きかった。
半透明のドーム球場だったでした。
テーマは何だったんでしょう。
テーマは、これから地球に起きることだと思います。
宇宙の人たちに
意見を聞いて
説明した後、意見を聞いて、
地球の手段感としての考えのみたい。あと、他の人たちはどう思うかを聞いていただきます。
じゃあその集まった方々っていうのは、一応なんか資格というか、なんか一応いろんな星のリーダーたちだったんですか。
リーダーもいるし、リーダー以外の方もいるでしょうね。関係者各位ですね。結構、
地球に関係する人って。
そうですね。関心を持っている方、関係がある方、地球に飛来しているっていう方とかもそういう方々ですよね。宇宙の方は、表現で地球会議って書いてました。宇宙会議ですよ。地球という星の運命をどうするかっていうことですよね。
一応それを、ある程度方向性が決まったからそういうことをされたわけですか。
エルカンターレはこういうふうに、考えているけれども、地球に影響を与えることは可能ない皆さん方はそれを受け入れられるか、どういうふうに考えられるか、というようなことですよね。
それは結果どうなったんでしょう。
質問はいくつかありましたですけど、それはジャーナリスティックなのでなかったんで、気持ちのほどを聞いてみるっていう会話もあったような気がしますね。どの程度本気度があるのかなっていう。
どちらですか。
よかったね。 これから大きなことを起こそうとしていらっしゃる。それで承認されるかどうかっていうことだと思いますけどね。
結果は承認される方向だったんでしょうか。
まあそういうことですね。その方向で、要するに突発的にいろんな宇宙からの会場がいっぱいあってもいけないから、ある程度、ローセのヒートがいけないので、理解していただいて、こういう地球はなっていきますけど、ご理解いただけますかということだったと思いますがね。
で、まあ、結論としては理解されたってことでいいですか。
まあ、そういうことでしょうね。
宇宙の皆さんもその方向でいいと。
地球がこれから生き残れるかどうかついての考えですよね。地球の人間たちの考えが、議論してこうだと、災害やってると思いますけどね。
地球上で。
地球上でね、人間がね。だけど、死の考えは違うということであるので、その方向で、支援していただけるかどうかということですね。そういうことをする場合っていうのは、だから、驚くべきことが起きることが多いですよね。証明を取っていくと。
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, surprisingly, this is a fact that space conference had been held in certain place in the universe. So I'm wondering, who can believe in the space being? Oh, most of them. Okay, thank you. All right. But anyway, if you don't believe it, and most of them believe in, if you don't believe in that, but please listen to carefully, okay? Because not only like weird things happen, okay? So the discussion he will tell later. Discussion the inside is very, very logical and quite understandable, and also very, very like rational. So that's why. Please listen to the contents of the discussion of the space conference. Okay. So and then first talking about his dream, Master Oka's dream, and 18th January he had a dream. He had a lecture in the certain space of the universe in the stadium like the Tokyo Dome in space. I was giving a lecture there. Lot of space people were listening to my lecture. Okay, so this is happened. Then he summoned Rient Arl Croud, his brother soul, who was in Latin America 4,300 years ago as a king. And then he has authority to immigrate from other planet. So, and then Master Okawa's El Cantare's brother soul, part of El Cantare's soul, started explaining the dream Master has experienced. So maybe you are confused. El Cantare has lecture. Why Master Okawa mentioned about it? Because the core part of his soul is El Cantare. Okay, El Cantare is a creator, Nemo creator. Sometimes, like Buddhist people or Hindi people or Japanese Shintoism people, the Oriental people, I mean, believe in that. Even the fundamental God, every 2,000 or 3,000 years, descend to this earth and preach the law. How much God, Buddha loves you, like that. That's what the Buddhist, Hinduism, and the Japanese Shintoism people believed in. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize. Thank you very much for pointing. Then, yes, sorry, everyone. But anyway, so that's why El Cantare himself Of course, he preached the law, 3,300 titles lectures, and published over 3,000 books so far. But not only that, he sometimes has the power to practice the psychic something. And then this time, astral body get out from body and then going to somewhere. That is one of powers Buddha has. But anyway, and then the entire crowd has had experience, explaining the dream master had experienced. So from here on, everything is his explanation. His means the entire crowd. Okay. Are you confused? It's okay. But anyway, please listen, okay? That's what actually happened. They were having a space conference. That is a fact we'd like to tell you today. Okay. So even if you don't understand that, structure of the spiritual heart, please understand only this point. Okay. Maybe someday I will tell you the structure of the spiritual heart. But today, please listen. They were having a space conference. So, and then theme was on what will happen to Earth in the future. And then he was giving his thought as Lord God of the Earth. And then listening to other thoughts. That's what happened and was approved in that direction. Yes, this is the conclusion, but you need to know, right? You want to know the contents of this lecture. In that case, unexpected things often happen later, especially when he needs such approval beforehand, right? So that means very shocking or unexpected phenomena will happen. So then, let's go next stage. Part 2. Space beings have started to destroy the conceit of humans who think they can control the global environment by themselves. So that is a part 2, contents of part 2. Then, please listen. English.
今年に入って総裁先生の発言からも、大変な年になるだろうっていうワードが3回出てはいます。
コロナの第6波まで入っていて、年の追求をできないなので、今年になってから北朝鮮とかもミサイルの発射実験をまた連続して威嚇しているし、アメリカ、中国も去年の8月に、地球を周回する極超音速ミサイルを持っているということを、かなりゴビ砂漠に、地球を周回してゴビ砂漠の目標にかなり近いところに当てたということをやってましたが、普通はありえないことですけれども、9月以降、北朝鮮も地球周回できるような極超音速ミサイル、要するにマッハ5、6でマッハ10に近い、ミサイルの実験をやっている。そんなことは同時に起きるはずがないので、これはアメリカへの牽制、アメリカやヨーロッパ、日本等がそういう技術を持ってないことを知っていて、自分たちの科学技術力、軍事力も技術力の方が高いから、もはや防衛する手段がないんだぞということを、自治するためのものですね。だから今、ウイルス攻撃と極超音速ミサイル攻撃、これ2種類でデモンストレーションされているわけですね。それでバイデン政権の行き詰まりや、ロシアの不穏な動きもあり、ヨーロッパの方も、イギリスと、EU との分離もあり、あとイスラム圏の不穏な動きはかなりありますので、 で、地球人はもうコロナの方で、あるいは陽動作戦に比べてコロナパニックになって、コロナのことばっかり考えて、まだ次は来るかもしれないということばかりやっていれば、防衛上の研究とか遅れますよね、そちらの方はね。だから、両方向こうはどっちを使える。けど、ミサイルのどこから発射が入るかもわからない状態ですし、ウイルスはいつ攻撃が来て、いつそれが波状攻撃に大ジャンプが来るかがわからない。地球は非常に不安定な状態に今置かれている。そして、ごく最近にはトンガで大噴火があって、太平洋に面する地域に世界的に津波が行ったということですが、トンガというのは、ニュージーランドからのそんな影響も離れているところですけども、日本から見れば、昔沈んだ無帝国の一部であったところではありますので、噴火によって、地面の一部を壊没しておりますね。ただ、どう見ても見るからに実験的要素が強かったようには思いますね。だから、どういう津波が起こせるか、海底火山の爆発とはどういうして起こせるか、そして火山爆発があった場合、今、地球が、世界がそれが重視だと思って動いている CO2 の排出量の調整とか言ってる目標は全く無駄になるということをあれ意味してましたよね。空を雲が、火山灰を踏んだ雲が吹き上げておりましたですからね。だから他にもそういうことができるところはたくさんありますよね。白頭山もあれば、ハワイになって火山もありますし、日本は火山だらけですし、他にもいっぱいあります。
今、結局、何やっても、結局よくわからないから、もう温暖化のせいだって言っとけばいいみたいな感じがありますしね。
日本なんかは雪が降って寒冷化してますね。
温暖化になる前にも寒くなるんだとかいう説まである。
もうキリがないですね。人間が守って地球環境を自分がコントロールできないと思っているのを打ち崩しに入っているんで、それはもう進んでいるように見えるけど、ある意味で天意真意というものを無視する考え方でもあるので、天変地異も真意の現れであることが多いので、それを理解しなくなってきているんだろうかと。
次の映画では PAC3 で北朝鮮とか中国を想定したそこから発射されたミサイルを撃てることにはなってるんですけど、あっという間にその PAC3 でもはや撃てないミサイルを開発を向こうがしてきているっていうこと
そうですね、コースが変えながら飛んでいく。
速さが
衝突せないですね。
速さがかなり速く
マッハ10ぐらいですと、普通の UFO とかが、地球表面上を、移動するぐらいの速度ですのでね、もちろん他の星へのワープをするぐらいはもっと速いですけども、普通は、巡航速度大体10分ぐらいあれば、大体、上渡って反対側まで移動しますからね。
だからもはやミサイルがああいうレベルで今の開発しているレベルで撃たれると日本はほぼ無謀。
ただ技術的にはね、宇宙人たちが持っている今の技術は、いわゆる、アンタードの映画に一部描かれましたが、時間を巻き戻せるんですよ。だから発射された後として、すごい影響を受けるでしょうけども、それを例えば10分前に巻き戻すことができるんで、巻き戻せば、そこで攻撃して攻撃することができるんですよ。
悪い宇宙人の方はその技術は持ってないんですか？
いや、協力してる可能性はちょっと
ですよね。そしたら、もしかしたら対抗できなくなる可能性は
それはやってなければ
分かんないっていう
わかんないですね。もうお互い隠してる ものもあるからね。だから、その治療マハジュで僕はUFO の移行速度によく似ているので、その速度だったらジェット戦闘機で撃ち落とせない。
Okay, thank you. All right, now he's talking about what's happening. Okay, so the two things happen. One is coronavirus pandemic, and another is the China had a hypersonic missile, and then that orbited the Earth and almost hit the target in Gobi Desert. Right now, there are two types of attacks being demonstrated: virus attacks and hypersonic missile attacks. These are the real threatening for humankind. Then the corona pandemic is like a diversionary operation. Diversionary operation means take your look to that one side. Then behind the scene, they will do real aim like that. Okay, so the Earthlings are panicked by the corona pandemic, afraid of next wave. Now, actually, yes. Then Master Okawa and the guardian spirits of Xi Jinping already predicted that after Beijing Olympics, the next wave, the next new type of corona will come. The Chinese Communist Party already developed. So everything predicted by Master Ryuho Okawa. Okay, so by the researching, the spiritual researching, and then all things happened along with his prediction. But anyway, as a result, their defense research is also delayed. However, their enemy is able to use both under the current situation. This is very important. We don't know from where their missile will be launched, when the virus attack will start, and when the next wave will come. The Earth is now in a very uneasy state. That is the situation facing up to us. Okay, so, and we need to be careful and remind that. Then, what they should do, what we should do. Also, there was also a massive volcano eruption in Tonga. He said, please don't think of this very small thing. This is also very, very important phenomena we are facing up. And then, no matter how you look at it, it seems to have been some kind of experiment. Yes, experiment. Experiment by who? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I think, how can a tsunami be generated? How can a submarine volcano eruption be produced? This eruption indicates that controlling the carbon dioxide emissions, which the entire world is now taking for granted, is totally meaningless if there is such a large-scale volcano eruption. Yes. And then space beings have started to destroy the conceit of humans who think they can control the global environment by themselves. Humankind, yes, of course, with goodwill, humankind try to control everything, the environment, but it's meaningless. Like, we should recognize we are not like a newborn baby from the viewpoint of the space beings. Okay, so, and we are very powerless. That we should be very humble, not conceited. So, and then, but it's an attitude that ignores divine will and God's intention. They think because we are advanced, and then God already dead, like that. Then many people lose their faith nowadays. But we need to have real faith. Real faith means we are created. We are nurtured by God. So that is the very important viewpoint we should have. Otherwise, if we become very conceited, then that that will invite the big reaction from the consciousness of the earth. God has never punished us at all. Okay, please don't misunderstand. But if we have a very bad vibration, very conceited, and also think of we are kings, we already beyond the God, like that, and then that very bad vibration affect the earth. Earth has also consciousness. Then the earth feels like humankind is a cancer cell. So try to remove that. That's why natural disaster happen. Okay, this is a rule. Not the punished by God, but reaction by consciousness of the earth. Okay, so and then in many cases, natural disasters express God's will. And then, but people don't understand that anymore. All right, these are very, very important points. Then, third point of the part 2. Okay, Japan is almost unprotected if such advanced missiles that North Korea, China are developing now are launched. That means hyper missile, right? And then, from a technological point of view, however, the technology that space beings currently have allows them to rewind the time. Yes, they are very advanced, much more advanced than us. So that's why they can do it, believe it or not. Okay, that's already shown in the movie. That is the Age of Elohim, the laws of universe. This is the point. The dreadful tragedy will occur if such an advanced missile is launched. But by using our technology, our means the space people, okay? Space people, technology, we mean the space people, okay? Space people can rewind the times to 10 minutes ago. Then you can attack, you means the space people can attack the launching site before they launch the missile. If you rewind the time, right? Yeah. It's a logical, but maybe you cannot believe in that. But it is possible, okay? Because they have much more advanced technology. So and then, but at least if humankind like China, North Korea has a hyper missile, so then unless they use it, they don't do anything because interpretation is prohibited by alliance of universe. But in the case, if the people in Earth, in every planet, try to destroy themselves, they can interpret. So that is a rule. So then, those space people suggested they will use this way. Rewind the time, attack the missile launch station, okay? And then they will stop it. So, part 3. They will make it go even more viral in the places that took hostile actions toward the Beijing Olympics. Now we are going, okay? So, if you think this is a very, very peaceful Olympic Games, we don't think so. Because we already learned what Hitler did. Yeah. He had the very big game in the Berlin, right? 1936. And then after that, he started invade other countries, Poland, and attack this country, UK. He started after Olympics. Same will happen. That is stated by also space people and Master Ryuho Okawa. Okay, please listen to it.
夢ではあったけれども、実際に先生が宇宙に行かれて、地球のこれからの未来の、方向性をある程度お示しになられて、ある程度決まったっていう夢だったってことですか？そういうことですね。内容を全部 お話しする、明かさない方がいいことなのかとは思いますけど。
いや、出ることは言えますよ。もう来ますから。まあ、コロナウイルスが3億人以上感染していますが、日本で第6波ですけども、イスラエルなんかもワクチン4回目も接種、していますけどね、しても新しい、株が出てきますから、株をだいぶ持ってますからね、これはもうキリがないでしょう。人だって、あんたワクチン何回もなくれますから。
頑張って2回。
でしょ。だからもう限界なんですよ。だからこれから5億人、10億人と増えていくならもう、そろそろその元気を叩かなきゃいけない。
バイデンはまだね、これはね、ワクチン未接種者によるパンデミックだとか言ってますから。だ
からもう完全に能力不足ですよね。だからそういう言い訳を考えるでしょ。敵を攻撃にやって自分たちの仲間割れを起こして、その少数意見の方を潰すっていう考え方ですよね。
結局そのワクチンを打たないと、もう打ってない人が完全なる悪に。
ワクチン何回も打ってる人もかかってますから。
結局ね、重症化とか言いながらもかかってはいるんですよね。
特に日本のやつの第5波でほぼ収束してたのに、突如始まりましたよね。やっぱりこういうのはおかしすぎるので、もう免疫が程度収束してたんだったら、こんなに薬打ったって、それ、もうすでに免疫があるはずですからね。ゼロになってるわけがないので、違う、効かないものを株として巻いていってことでしょうね。今のオミクロンは特に感染力が強い。確かに攻撃力がそんなに強くはないけど、感染力が強いっていう特徴を持ってますね。で、前回のデータ株に比べれば、8ポイントほど違う点があることが分かっているが、違った種のものがね、インドから発生したり、南アフリカから発生したり、自然発生みたいにいっぱいするわけなくて、最初のやつはアメリカから発生したと言いましょう。こういう、これ中国もそうですけどね、もうこれをそろそろもう壊滅的な攻撃をしなきゃいけないかなって、言ってるわけですね。
中国は昨日の新聞によると、カナダからの輸送便にオミクロン株がついていて、それで中国に持ち込まれたっていうことらしいです。
自分たちでやってたことをしてるんでしょうけど、自分たち最初言った通り、米軍から攻撃を受けていたとか、冷凍食品で海外から入ったとか言ったの、国際郵便でも入るらしいってことですね。だから、自分たちから仕掛けてるとしたら全部対策が練った上でやってるはずなんで、中国国内に入らないようになっているはずなのに、最初何か事故が起きて、無観客出てしまって、10万人ぐらいまでは行ったけど、あとのところは数が違いますね。アメリカではもう数千万人、6000万人超えて感染してるし、インドなんかも3、4000万人感染してるし、ブラジルも数千万人行ってるし、ヨーロッパの主要国も2000万とか1000万台とか感染していますから、ロシアも結構1000、2000万感染してますから、発信源はロシアではない。だから、彼らは被害を受けているところで、片方は大国で10万人、他のところ何千万人。もう考えたら分かることですよ。
やっぱり今、見てて感染してない国が一番怪しいってことですね。
当然でしょうね。で、しかもこれは陽動作戦だと思われるので、全員本当にペストみたいに死んでいかれたら、世界の貿易も悪くなるし、自分たちが食物地を作りたいという気持ちも無駄になるところがあるので、ある程度でも止めなきゃいけない。けど、怖がらせなきゃいけない。そのあたり狙っているところですからね。だから北京オリンピックに対して、敵対的行動を取ったようなところに対しては、流行らせてしまうと思ってね。中国との貿易を一つの危機と貿易を止めない限り、まず貿易を国際運輸まで止めなきゃいけないってことでしょうね。限りこれは続く。あらゆる手段を考えていると。 まあ、世界中を配送、いろいろ配送できますからね。まあ、コンピューターウイルスもね、まあ、別の形であったよね。
Okay, so these are also very, very important suggestions. And what what is happening right now? And maybe some of you already understood these points, but like mass media or government people still try to compromise with Chinese because Chinese government because they want to trade and get big money from them, and then because every country, as especially like advanced countries, has a huge debt, right? Even this country has huge debt, and try to resolve those things. Huge trade with China that has 1.4 billion people, right? And then they are thinking of that, but it's invite a big tragedy like this. So, in the number of infected people increased to 500 million or 1 billion people from now on. Then it's about time to destroy its source. That is a decision by like angels, gods, the people in heavenly world, and the space people. They had a conference, okay? So its source means not Chinese people. We Happy Science also love Chinese people, 1 billion people, but it feels very sad because they have no freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of action, freedom of move. So that's why we'd like to give them freedom. That is destroy its source. Happy Science has no missile or nuclear weapon, something like that, or chemical weapon, but we have speech, okay, and publishing the books and export those thoughts to that country. Freedom is very important. That is our missile, our weapon, final weapon, so fatal weapon. So that's why it's about time to destroy its source means this country, China, has bigger and too big problem that is take freedom away from people. So that is our target. Then we are saying that it's about time to strike a devastating blow to this. That means taught all people, 1.4 billion people, freedom is the most essential as humankind. As I told you, if you don't have freedom, you cannot develop at all, like robot. But humankind allows to do try and error. That is the essence of human dignity. Through try and error, we can recognize. Through that way, we can develop and we can be closer to God or Buddha. That's why freedom is the most important things granted by God or Buddha, whatever you call Allah or Vishnu in Hindi text. But anyway, they must revealing what they were doing themselves from the start. They claim they were attacked by US armed force. The virus was brought in which overseas frozen foods. Virus seems to be brought in with international mail too. If they are setting traps, they must be taking countermeasures against the viruses themselves. So those things, like virus was brought in with overseas frozen foods, or virus seems to be brought in with international mail like that, because Chinese government already did it. Yeah. That's why they say like that. Okay, they can say. But anyway, they revealed what they did through that statement. Yeah. And then the huge nation with 100,000 infected, other nations with millions infected. Okay, so you do the math. Furthermore, this seems to be diversionary operation. Yes. And the world trade will get worse. And their intention to colonize other countries will be wasted. If the entire population perished like the case of the plague, so they will stop it at a certain point. But they still need to frighten people. Yes, China has the power. Then they should be trying to create such a situation. Who can stop it? Okay, going next to next. Who and how? Part 3, number 2. They'll make it go even more viral in places that took hostile action toward the Beijing Olympics. Yes, that happened. What's happening in India, America, and European countries, including this country, UK, Brazil, and also especially France, Germany, who did like a boycott, right? Who did boycott in Japan. After Prime Minister Kishida said, we will not send politicians to that country at the opening ceremony. After statement, 3 days after, the new type of corona happened in Japan. And also, the UK sent the warship to the Hong Kong. After 1 week after, the new type of corona happened. And then when Mr. Biden stated that we government people will not go to Beijing at the opening ceremony, then 10 days later, new type of corona becomes greater. Like that. Obviously, those things happen coincidentally. We don't think so. That's why we need to think of that. Unless we stop trade with China, also people coming and going from China, this will continue. We must stop not only trade, but also international influx. They will come up with all kinds of ways. Yes? Did you see the Olympic game, the opening ceremony? They use the girls from Uyghur as a last runner to fire, right? But at the same time, they means the Chinese Communist Party, sent 3,000 tanks to Uyghur. Then big mass media have never reported that, right? 3,000 tanks went to Uyghur before starting Olympics, just the day before. 3,000 tanks, war tanks. 3,000 tanks to the Uyghur. Then, as a puppet, 2 girls was used to like a puppet to light the torch from Uyghur.
Right.
Yeah, one face is a very smiley, other face is a certain people. That is a dictatorship that used by Hitler also. Okay, so virus things can be delivered all over the world. It's like a computer virus in a different form. They have a great weapon, okay, already. This is the same as Om Shinrikyo. You know Om Shinrikyo in Japan. Do you know? The very, very cultic like religious organization. And then they use sarin gas. And then threaten Japanese people. And then that's why Master Okawa says Chinese government, not people. People are very pure, but government, Chinese Communist Party, one party rule system. That is same as like burglars. Threaten people and give away money and also kill the people. Like that. So if they don't follow the policy of the Chinese government, then this is happening. Same as burglar or terrorist, right?
Exactly.
They are gangs actually. Same as gang.
That's quite serious.
Then God's will. He concluded. El Cantare's idea was that over 300 million people are infected now, But if they are going to infect over 500 million people and weaken the world, it's about time stop them. Yes, the God of the earth. We need to be very humble. So, and then, if terrorists, such kind of terrorists, try to govern the world, we need to stop it. So that's why, in the last lecture, he said, all religious people, like Christian, Islam, and Hindi, Japanese Shinto, or other religious people, you should unite their strengths to fight with that, because there are many countries who has religious believers, even the Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism, and then almost 200 countries. Only 2 countries prohibit believing the God in the constitution of that countries. Which country? One is China.
North Korea.
Yes, North Korea. Only 2 countries. If we can surround those 2 countries, unite our strengths, then we can stop this movement, totalitarianism. Now, it's a very, very like a stupid way to isolate Russia, because the president of Russia, that is Putin, he was criticized. He has been criticized by Western mass media. Yeah, I don't admit everything what he did, but at least he believed in the God. He believed in the Jesus Christ. He has a strong faith toward God. He always speaks about the will of God. Then he's a strong believer of like Christianity. Then if we can take him into the Western world, we can surround China, who prohibit, ban people to believe in God. If you see the constitution of China, please read it. It clearly said the members of Chinese Communist Party should not believe in the God or spirit, should not have any faith. This stupid constitution exists reality. If you live in China, you are prohibited to have any faith, any religion. They prohibit you to believe in God, but believe in Xi Jinping. That's why if you go to the church in China, they admitted to have church, but there is statue of Jesus Christ. Next to Jesus Christ, there is the big picture of Xi Jinping. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's happened. That's why Master Oka's tactics. Why don't we unite our strengths as a religious believer, overcome their differences? The monotheism is a problem. Only one God you should believe. Otherwise, you will go to hell, something like that. But if we can admit each other, every religion comes from one source. Even the Putin can come in together and have strength, because he has no choice to unite his strength with China. Other countries have behind him. Okay, so that's why that is a great tactics, I think. Then, anyway, that is a way to stop them. So, anyway, please listen to the next part 4.
まあ、どの程度までこう考えているかっていうことについての問い合わせが多かったですね。だから、まずそのワクチンのまだ種類、まだ何種類もワクチンがあって、ロシアはした何種類ものウイルスがあって、これを第何波までやるつもりかで、エルカンタイの考えとして、今3億人超えているけど、5億人以上かからす続けていくようで、世界を終わらせていくつもりなら、この辺りでそろそろ止めるということを考えを言っていました。 億人以上や感染まではもう生かせない。単なる自然発生的なものはともかく、これは裏に悪い考えがあるので、それと極超音速ミサイルと両方で脅して、もう世界の支配者になろうとしてるんでしょ。これに対する対抗手段について話をされていたと思います。ただその対抗手段としては、まず、虫の異物の効果、これを起こしておりますので、人間の作った科学技術とか軍事力とか、そういう、生物兵器研究、なんかではとてもじゃないが、足元にも及ばないような現象を起こすことが大事だということで、あなた方の能力が最高だと思ってるかもしれない。それを超えた力があるということを見せなくてはいけないということですね。
本当に人間が自分たちが全部把握できてると思って、神ももう特に信じてないですしね。なんかその概念破壊しないと、もうちょっとどうにもならない地球にはなってますよね。
ウイルス戦争になって人類が死滅するっていうような映画もね、作られてますから、一つのものが研究で核兵器を持てない国とかそういう研究をしていますから、大抵のところ、
核兵器を持つ前の段階で。
賢者の核兵器と言われているやつですから、化学兵器と生物兵器ね、化学兵器のシリアだと思っていますしね、生物兵器研究しているところもありますから、ちょっとそういうところに対して、壊滅的な何かが起きるということでしょうね。それと、今、防衛日本でも、ほぼ残念しかかっているようです。極超音速ミサイルにしても、北朝鮮のミサイルでさえ、どこから発射されるかわからないものであるので、もう敵地攻撃で破壊することさえ不可能。熱射の中からではやりますけど、どこからでも撃てるとこ見せてるんでしょう。ここは中発されていて、このまだ遅さっていうか、バイデンの民主国、固い先制国家と言っているあたりで、民主国団結しようみたいな、ぐらい話しか言えないでしょ。あれで終わりなんでね。だから、やっぱり戦い人は立たない限りダメでしょうね。で、アメリカが次の大統領選が3年あるから、その間にこれ、相当やられる可能性が高いので、その前にちょっと、アメリカの大統領選より前にできることをやろうとしている会議だったと思いますよ。
そういう、この場合は、先生の魂が抜けてそのまま行ったのか、それともそのリエンタールクラウド様とか、その魂のご兄弟とか、分身の方が言ってるのを、つながってて見てるのか。
映画の本体は講演しましたね。
抜けていって、
はい、講演しましたね。考えをね。どの程度まで攻撃するかということについての大枠を話してた。
反撃ってこと？
そうです。だからそういうウイルス攻撃を止めなきゃいけないということと、もう一つは、そうしたら極超音速ミサイルによる核兵器攻撃、等について、これ、掴んでいる情報からどういう色の無力化するかということですよね。方法はあるんで、場所を使えば無力化できるし、いざ発射された場合には先ほど言ったように、時間を戻して、発射レベルのところで破壊することも可能ではある。それに技術を持っているので、そういうことについての承認を得ていて、協力してくれるところも、どうか協力してくれるかということを、はっきりしただと思いますね。
どこが協力的な宇宙的にって
こと？そうです。治療的には無理でしょうから。治療はもうバイデンなんかそんな熱核戦争なんかして自分の体でしたくないでしょう。ことじゃないかな。自分はマスクかけて力を逃げ込むだけですから。ちょっと言われたが、 普通の戦争と違う攻撃の仕方であるんですよ。その洪水とか、洪水を起こしたり、竜巻、ハリケーン、そういうようなものを起こしたりするのが始まっているので。
人間の兵器としてのそういう天変地異じゃなくて、天変地異に見せかけたそういう兵器もある。
これはでも宇宙との関わりなんですよ。悪質宇宙が一部入っているので、その技術を多分供与を受けているんじゃないかと思いますけど、そういう自然のあれに見せてやってるやつですね。これもあるので。まあ、その目標の地図上の話まではできませんが、ノストラダムスのページは新しく立ているんでしょうから、まあ、少しは分かるとは思いますが、まあ、今年はその恐ろしい年の始まりってなる。
Okay. So this is a terrible year, he said, but we try to stop it. Okay, so now 300 million people are infected now, but if they are going to infect over 500 million, now nearly 400 millions, but the gradually increased number, right? And then after Olympics, that will increase more. So, and then the people under weaken the world. It's about time to stop them. How to stop it? He mentioned about it. So they are trying to threaten with this and hypersonic missile to take control of the world. Hypersonic missile. No one can against that because because one orbit takes just 10 minutes, right? No one can prevent. So they already developed this. Big mass media don't talk about it. And they are discussing the countermeasures against this. As a countermeasure, first of all, an atheistic, the materialistic nation is causing this. So it's important to make something happen that is beyond the reach of human-made science and technology, military power, or biological weapons research. They may think that their abilities are the best, but we must show that there is power that transcends those. Then, there are 3 years until the next US presidential election, right? And you know how terrible the Biden is because he didn't do anything. Yes, it is very likely that they will be hit hard during that time. Yes, Chinese government already analyzed that this is good chance until the next presidential election. So maybe next one that will be held 2024, another guy will be chosen. Hopefully, Trump will recover and revival. But anyway, until then, Chinese government try to do something. So, and then the conference was about doing whatever before the election. Okay, so then we must stop the virus attack. And the other thing is how to neutralize the nuclear attack by hypersonic missiles based on the information we have. This is a problem, okay? And then there is a way, there is a hope. If we can find the location of the missile, we can neutralize it. And if it is launched, as I said earlier, we can go back in time and destroy it at the moment of launch. They can do it. They clearly said. Then we have that kind of technology. We means space people. Okay. So he got approval for such things and clarified who will cooperate with us. He means Lord El Cantare. Master Ryuho Okawa himself made a speech and approved how can we do it? Then they said, yes, we will do. So I predict you can be the witness of it.
This one.
Now there are a lot of ways to attack data different from conventional warfare. They are starting to create floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, and so on. They mean the Chinese government. Okay, but this contains some malicious aliens who are also involved with the universe. I think they may have been given that technology. Yes, not only the good aliens, but also evil aliens exist. Yeah, if you see the movie that is Laws of Universe, Part 0, Part 1, Part 2, already we reviewed. And then we already proven that there are many kinds of aliens. And also we can recognize who is our side, who is the evil alien who try to against God and the will of universe. Then they are attacking by making it look like natural disasters. That already happened. Then I cannot talk on the detailed maps about their goal, but Nostradamus' revelation will be newly released. We already know that, right? I think I have not yet. Oh, okay, next time I will show you. Okay, Nostradamus' revelation will be newly released, so we'll know a bit more about it. This year will probably be the beginning of horrible year, but at the same time we have hope. Okay, so who will win? Otherwise, this world becomes like a hell, or a zoo, or a farm, and we can become like a cow, animals, or a cow, or a dog, or a cat. Okay, who can provide a good meat to humankind? That means evil aliens. But anyway, like law. That's why we try to stop those things. And then gradually this kind of movement have happened. So evil aliens try to make this earth like a farm. We are feeded by evil aliens. Like a household or a pig or a cat or a dog or a cow, something like that. But we have free will. We have free will. So that we can stop it. Then part 5, last part of this lecture. Okay. In other words, 2022, it's a starting year of the Avenging. You know, Avengers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
God think of avenging.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
God's justice.
God's justice, yes.
Yeah.
It is not the science fiction, okay? Reality behind the scene.
別のことで言えば、アレンジが開始の年になります。
だからまあ、私たちはもちろん信心深く
強い心を持って
強い心を持って
入ってください。はい、主の力っていうのを知った方がいいと思います。
メシアの方もいただいたから、もう一段の主なる神への信仰と理解と強い心が、弟子としての強い心を持たなきゃいけないということですね。
今年終われば、これとこれがそうからっていう分かることはあると思いますが、嘘をついて人を騙しながら世界を支配するなんてことは、これは許してはならないことなんで、断固として粉砕しなければなりません。だからもう準備には入っています。しばし、またね。
はい。
これが夢案なんで、大体そういうもう、救世主の腹が固まってきたということですね。モーゼは見終わったかもしれないけれども、 そんなものでは済まないよっていうことですね。
危険なお話をありがとうございました。
だからもう、なんなら無帝国、無大陸もう一回補助させて、他のところを沈めてもいいんだよというぐらいの、気持ちを持っているという考えですよね。日本列島からつながるような、太平洋の新しい大陸を作って、新聞がそっちに作るので、もうガイドにしかならない、そういう生きるウイルスと化した文明については崩壊もやむなしという考えを持っているということですね。ここまで言うと大体のことはついてはつくと思いますけど、アメリカによる核戦争の方はつくと思ってないということです。ただこれを信仰心に結びつけていく必要があるので、多少の予言みたいなものが必要なんです。
もうまたね、変な科学進行でね、なんか、でっち上げて作りますからね。説を。
神のね、やっぱり神の力っていうのはね、今回は例えばトンガの津波だって気象庁はもう予測ができなかったですけど、それから予測できない、今人類が持っている科学では予測できないことがいっぱい起きますから。
ミクロでもマクロでもメシアと神を舐めるんじゃねえってこと。
そうそうそう。いや、もうそろそろ3億人以上かかって、もう数百万人死にましたからね。死者はもうすぐ1000万人に近づいていくでしょうから、そろそろメシア降臨の時代に許されることではありませんよね。2000万人も死んだらもう世界大戦のレベルでしょ。それに近づいていこうとしているから、それを知らずにやれると思っているのかっていうことですよね。だから、有物は徹底的に破壊する。有物論的に見ても宇宙から来ているものが非常に進んだ技術を持ってはいるんですけど、霊的なものをみんな信じているので、霊界を知らなくして宇宙の実は利用ができないんですよね。悪質宇宙人って言ってるやつは、その宇宙の神に対する反乱論ですから。
だからその彼らが本当に唯物論なんじゃなくて、判断したい気持ちがあるから、そういう思想と相まっているだけで、本当は自分たちは霊的な存在であることも分かっておるってことです。
逆に言えば、その裏側を表にしようとしたし、地獄を天国を地獄にしようとした。
大きいレボリューションってことでしょ。
すごいレボリューションですね。そう。地獄を天国にしようとしてるわけですから。だから日常の人間も好きですけどね、殺しの世界、面白いってしょうがないね。ゲームの世界ですよね。そういうものを現実にしたいと思ってるやつもいる。
許せないですね。
だからこの辺については、きれいにお掃除しなくちゃいけない。お掃除するには、大陸沈没や、大津波や、大地震、火山の噴火、それから天からいろんなものが降ってくる。っていうことは、あるでしょうね。これはちょっと、歴史上ありえないっていうレベルがある。だからノアの箱舟のものだって、ノア作った箱舟がアララト山の標高4000メートルに近いところに痕跡が残ってるでしょ。4000メートルまでの津波が来るって大変なことですよ。でもありえる。ありえるんですよ。海の一部を盛り上げて、かぶせるみたいなことができるんですよ。
昔あったってことですよ。
あったってことですよ。だからね、チャッチ地球の中議論、不当でしょうような話になります。大掃除が始まろうとしているというところですね。掃除しなきゃいけないレベルまでもう来たですね。大掃除をやらないと、もうこれ以上人類の増殖は認めない考えですかね。だから、そうした共産主義的な 独裁者第三の国や、あるいはイスラム教国の中でも正しいあり方でないと思われるところなどについては大掃除が始まると思います。
はい、私たち信仰者も、ただ神とメシアに対しては謙虚な心をやっぱ忘れちゃいけないと思いますし。
客観的には日本から雨のやや神が大暴れしているかもしれません。
でも日本人の考えも変わっていかないと、もういつまでもそう、本当に先生の存在分かってない人いっぱいいるんで。
アメリカ人だって分かってないから、
分かってない。
ちょっと教える必要があるので、世界を動かしているのはバイデンじゃない。教える必要があります。今年その第一歩が始まりますので、1年で終わるわけじゃないですよ。まだまだ続きますから。
はい、これからそうですね。
いろんな国際問題を解決していきますから、人類に向かうべきことをはっきりと見せますから、非常に大事な年になりますよ。私たちが、なんてゴールデンエイジと言っているのをやめてもらったら困るので、本当に2020年代から始めるので、お掃除はもう始まってるんですとね。
神様の本当に衣の裾をとにかく掴み続けることが大事ですね。
中国だって大洪水やイナゴの害だとか、いろんなものが起きてるけど、そんなものニュースを出さないことで、認証としてるでしょう。
多分はまあ分からない。
そして嘘の統計を出して、最強で最先端のものに見せてるでしょう。これから起きることをご覧なさい。その人類自体とは言わないけど、まず指導者のところは解決的な真理を少しずつ動かさなければなりませんが、次から次と同じようなものが出てきたら仕方がないので、そうした思想、信条、イデオロギーの間違いは正してしまわないといけないというふうに思っています。今年はそういう年です。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. How did you feel? What do you think of? I think this is a real apocalypse, right? And yes. What will happen in the next stage? And then, especially the Rient Arl Croud said, Master Okawa says, after Beijing Olympics, that will start. Means in a few months, that will start. So, and then every single the prediction held by Master Ryuho Okawa already proven that was true. So this one is also should be true. But he didn't say we destroy China by nuclear weapon. Okay, he denied strongly. But instead, he will destroy the system by the thought. That is the biggest weapon for us. And then also he mentioned about the cooperation with space people who have goodwill. In the case, if one country or one group of people try to destroy this earth, that time even the aliens can interpret those situations. But please be not only witness, but please join us and hand in hand cooperate with those movements that will happen after Beijing Olympics and also Paralympics, means later part of the March that will start. And then already the guardian spirit of Xi Jinping told us we have many kinds of, at least 240 kinds of coronavirus, and among the 240, already 20 types of coronavirus can be used to attack the people. After Olympics, he clearly said, use the worst one, that can make people to be dying. Okay, so he says death penalty for people who oppose the Olympic. That is the that is the project controlled by Xi Jinping and Chinese Communist Party. We have to stop it. Once that happens, strongly we should insist that this is the cause. Okay, but anyway, in other words, it's the starting year of the avenging. Please have a strong heart. You should know the power of the Lord. So there is God. We need to be humble. Some philosophers or even the materialist scholars, those people say that God already dead, but no. Okay, he has great loving mind, and then it must not be allowed to rule the world, lying and deceiving people. It must be definitely crushed. So we are already in the process of getting prepared. We means like people in the heaven, people in the outer space. Okay, so we already in the process of getting prepared. Wait a little moment. Little means a few months after Beijing Olympics. So this is the dream living, meaning the Savior is making his mind already. Savior means the core consciousness of El Cantare, Master Ryuho Okawa, and Happy Science already making decision. And then he thinking that if necessary, he could let the moon continent be brought to the surface once again and let the other place think. And he's thinking create a new continent, a civilization in the Pacific Ocean that connects to Japanese archipelago. He thinks a civilization that becomes a living virus, nothing but harmful, will unavoidably collapse. Okay, so the civilization will change without weapon. That will happen. If you read the Bible, it says, if you want to move the mountain into the sea, that will happen. That is a power of faith. That will happen. Okay, so many things will happen that cannot be foreseen by the science we have now. Because we are like a student of elementary school. Okay, so elementary school children cannot do like anything, like the science of high school or college, right? See, we are now elementary school, then going to middle school now. So we need to be humble. Okay, so but elementary school children say we are already adult enough. We need candy like that. That happened now. So we need to be humble. Okay. Please wait. Getting a candy for a while. So, and he said, how many is it by now? 3 million people infections and several millions deaths. The deaths will soon approach the 10 million. This forgivable, right? This is not forgivable. And then we will destroy materialism slowly because this is the cause of troubles. We become very conceited that we are controller of the nature like that. It's not a great idea. Okay, so those who came from the outer space have very advanced technology, even in the materialistic meaning, but they all believe in spiritual things. Otherwise, they cannot travel into other space, right? Other planet. So, and then without knowing that, you cannot travel the universe. If we use like only materialistic way, that will take even the speed of the light can take the several years, thousands of years to go. But the space people come here beyond that using spiritual world. Okay, so and those who are called the malignant aliens are rebels against the God of the universe. And then they are trying to turn the other side of around, hell into heaven and heaven into hell. Those malicious aliens want to be God instead of their God. They create a new universe using their technology, but that will not be allowed. That is experiment, but they will fail because God not allow that. So this must be cleared out. To cleanse, many things will be happening, like sinking a continent, a massive tsunami or earthquakes, volcano eruption, or things falling from the skies. There were many things that were said to be impossible in history. That is depicted in the Old Testament, right? That, and so Apocalypse. Then, so such a trivial, worthless issue like a global warming would blow away. It's a small thing, or
comparison is
yeah,
small.
meaningless. Okay, and then massive cleaning is about to start. It's already reached the level where it must be cleaned. So everyone in this world from now can be witness how powerful power of God and the power of nature. And then in front of that power, we humankind cannot do anything. Even the coronavirus. Did we solve it? No, no answer at all. And then clearly, doctors say vaccine is not meaningless.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then no matter how many times you got the vaccine bad, coronavirus, if new type coming, meaningless. Yeah, no infection at all.
Yeah.
So okay, but clean up countries that are in places of communist dictators will start, even with Muslim countries that are not in the right way. So don't misunderstand. We respect Muslim people and the teachings of Muslim, and then his Muhammad is one of like messiahs, but it's too old to save people. That's why new teachings needed. Yeah. And then also, as Quran said, like fundamentalism is not a good idea.
Yeah.
To love people. So Master says Muslim is good, but fundamentalism is not a good idea. Okay. So what Quran says is a very old statement written in 1,600 years ago. That's why it's not suitable for the modern people. Such kind of things cannot answer the problems of modern people. Okay, the first step will be made this year. It's first step.
Yeah.
Then it want to end in 1 year. It will continue to go on. Then what is the conclusion? Well, we will solve numerous international affairs. We will clearly show the direction to humanity that they should head in. It will be a crucial year this year, 2022. I don't want people to underestimate what we call the golden age. The happy science called from 2020 to 2030 should be golden age. All humankind know the power of God. Okay, so because humankind becomes too conceited. Of course, I know some Christian church, some Islam people, some Buddhist people doing bad. I know that history, and especially monotheism is problem. If you don't believe in only this person, you can go to hell like that, or my God is better than yours. That kind of like inhumanity is the problem. And then happy science insists that we humankind worship God, the same God in different ways. Whatever you call God, Buddha, Allah, that is same source. One people, one source. We insist that. And then we'd like to tell all people that fact so that they can restore their mind. Then even if they lost credit to existing religions, but they can revive. So even the Christianity, Islam will revive if we can unite our strengths. Okay, so and then forget about the fundamentalism. So I'm not saying the humanity itself, but leaders must face the catastrophic loss of their credibility. That will happen.
good.
Yes, leaders, good, right? Yeah. How about Boris Johnson? Do you think that he can get credit? Okay, so it won't be any good to see the same kind of leader coming out one after the other, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they are born already.
Yes.
No matter who you vote, but same thing happened,
Yeah.
right? But I believe that such mistakes in thought, belief, and ideology must be corrected. Yes, we need to change our way of thinking,
Absolutely.
right? And then now is the time to establish age of spirituality based on the spirituality like eternal life, reincarnation, God, Buddha, Allah, or something like that. We need to create a new civilization. So the age of spirituality, because nowadays, especially after World War II or was after World War First, after French Revolution, we become very conceited, deny the God. And that is like a younger generation, teens people,
Yeah.
right? We will become the adult now. So means that we need pursue or explore the real meaning of spirituality. Or who you are, who I am.
Yeah.
Reality is only this statement, like I am a spirit. We are connected to each other. I am a part of God or Buddha or Allah. So, and then that's what this year is all about. This way of thinking that will be spread to the end of the world by the power of happy science. I believe so. And because we have already 164 countries and 11 million people follow them, we have no obligation for the followers. So, of course, it's a secret, but once a month basis, and then one of Christian pastor regularly come here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it.
To learn. And then he agrees with that, our idea.
Oh, wow.
And then he sometimes makes sermon based on our idea.
Oh, wow.
Do you believe that?
Yeah. That's the way forward.
Yeah. That's he belonged to the Catholic Church, but he's attracted by the thought of Master Ryuho Okawa. Religion should be one, and then monotheism is the problem.
Yes.
Like that. So he said, "This is the truth. I can't be like Jesus Christ who criticize people and classify like that." But then that's why he doesn't want to reveal his name. When no one is here, he comes.
Yeah.
Okay, talk with me like that.
Yeah.
That happened. So, but anyway, and then also another spiritual leader often come here regularly. But anyway, the new age has been begun.
It's just the beginning.
Just beginning this year. So, and then I will show you the newest movie that will be held from 18th of February this month. This title, Cherry Bushido. Bushido means the samurai spirits.
今の日本では大和魂は死んでしまったに等しい。
一日一生とはどういう意味かな。
今日、命があったことを天に感謝せよ。そして君、今日で命が終わると思え。
日本の源流に息づく武士道の精神。勝つことの先にあるものを見なければならない。この国に残された時間はわずか。
ソドラ共和国はミサイル実験を行う予定。
総理、日本の未来のためにご決断を。
よみがえマジ。
霊界から操っている存在がいることが分かってきたんです。
あなたならこの国を守れる。
それが私の使命なら。
姿勢にして動かされる。今だこれ、争いない。
勇気は死を覚悟した時に初めて出てくるものです。この国に命をかけて守る意味なんてない。今、日本の未来をかけた戦いが始まる。
国を守るために命を懸けたものですよ。
愛国女子、紅武士の。
愛国の方。
Okay, please come to see, watch it, because this indicates the great suggestion to us how to fight with evil. Not sword, not weapon, not missile, but your spirit. Okay, so how to utilize your spirit to fight with evil. That will be show you that. Okay, so this movement has started now, and please join and also enjoy it. And I expect you to be the one of samurais. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then, thank you. And then 10 minutes later, from 5 p.m., we will have a discussion time. If you like join and have a question or consideration, you can tell me. Okay. So thank you very much. 10 minutes, 5 sharp. Thank you very much. From 5 sharp, we will start a Zoom session. Thank you.